Hi guys, it is Sunday, December 11th, 2022, and I'm going to do my WIP Parade. I was going to wait later in the year to do this, but I decided just to go ahead and do it. So, um, I have all my WIPs. You can see my little stack here, um, and it's surprisingly stable. I don't know. Like, usually these piles are kind of precarious, and it's like I'm not going to go knock it around, but it's okay. So hopefully it'll stay that way. Um, so I have all my WIPs. And um, the pictures of what it looked like probably mostly going to be on my phone because I didn't go and collect all of the cover pictures. Um, and I checked my list again. I checked my pile against my list, so I think we got it all. So um, these are in the top ones are mostly in alphabetical order, and those are the ones that are from 2012 or earlier. And the bottom ones are mostly loosely in start date order. There's probably going to be a little bit of mixing them up, but they're loosely in start date order. So here we go. And we're going to try not to knock this over. Where can I put this that I'm not going to forget to show it? Okay, so this one is for later too. Hopefully I won't forget to show it. So the first one, and I'm really bad about this, and I know that I'm really bad about this, but I will try to show you the project bag that they're in, and I will try to remember if I know to tell you the fabric. I know I'm really bad about both of those things. I'll do it for a couple and then I'll forget. So we're gonna try. So this first one is in this bag by Now the Little Yellow House Crafts, who occasionally pops up and makes a batch or two of bags or a floss tube video, but she has been MIA for a little while. I know that she and her family moved to Texas for her husband to do his residency, and so I am sure she is extremely busy. So this first one, and if I know, I'm going to try to give you the start dates. This one I started in 2004, I believe, and this is Bagatelle by Long Dog Samplers, and I'll also tell you where it is on the priority list for 2023. And this is on, I figured this out, I think it's on, I figured out what fabric it is. It's on his white art fabric. It's a shade of blue, and I figured it out, and I don't remember. Antique blue, maybe. Um, I thought it was the called for fabric, but when I go on the pattern, I don't see a called for fabric on there. But all I have in it is this 200 stitches, and ignore the masking tape. Um, that's all I have in it, and honestly, this one is on the bubble. I might restart it. I don't know. It's kind of a problem that I haven't chosen to tackle yet. Um, but I like the color of the fabric, but I don't like stitching on the fabric. So it might be restarted. Or I might continue. I don't know. Like I said, it's a problem I haven't taken the time to tackle, and 2023 probably won't be the year I tackle it either. So this is probably going to get ignored for 2023. How did I have this folded? Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. The next one is, this is from 2000-ish. Um, this is The Enchanter by Teresa Wensler. And I started it in 2000, 2001, something like that. This is in a parrot bag by Garan Cotton Bags. And this is on the kit fabric. When I was digging around for some information, I discovered, I last worked on this, I think, in 2007. I discovered through some old internet posts that I worked on this in 2007. So that's where I am. And I gridded, I don't think you can see it on the camera. You can see it a little bit, maybe. You can see the thread. I gridded up here so that I could move around a little bit. This uh, is, I have a goal for 2023 to get on my 500 stitches and all my WIPs, and that's the goal for this one, is the 500 stitches, and probably not anything else. This next one is, I think I also started this in 2003, 2004, and this is Jeannie's Blue Blast by The Silver Lining, Mark Sastad. This was named after Jeannie Simi Helt, who was one of the co-founders of the Superstar Serial Starters and Divine Discipline Divas group. And she used to be a member of the Teresa Wensler Bulletin Board, and she's passed away now. But this is where I am on her. I worked on this one in 2006. I might have pulled it out one other time since then, but I think it goes this way. Is that the way it goes? Oh, here, let me show you the bag. This is in this beautiful hummingbird bag that I got from Stitch and Button, Vic Gable. Stitch and Button. Let's see which way this goes. Yeah. It goes that way. So that's where I am on it. This, and it's just on white linen. This is maybe going to get some progress in 2023. I don't know. It's kind of on the bubble of, I might be interested in putting some progress on it. It's not going to get finished. Or it might get the 500 stitches and that's it. I don't know. But it's possible that I'll pull it out. Whoops, I just knocked one of my projects off the table. Isn't that cute? Okay. Oh, now a bunch of them just fell off. Okay, I was hoping that wasn't going to happen. This next one, this is from 2011. Oh, you know what? I got a better picture of it here. It took me years and years to find a good picture of this because the picture of the cover is not very good. So this is Kimono by Donna Gallagher. That's the one that I'm doing. There's two other ones that come on the leaflet, but that's the one that I'm doing. And I started this in 2011. This is also in a Stitch and Button bag. And And this is on this looks like Monaco. And this only has 200 stitches in it. That's that's where I got to. That's probably I worked on it 1 or 2 days, and that's all I did. Um, I think I got bored of the straight lines. So that's Kimono by Donna Gallagher. And that chart was difficult to hunt down. I had to look for it for a while. My old LNS had this hanging up in one of the rooms, and I kept admiring it, and I finally asked the owner what it was, and she told me, and then I had to go hunt down the chart. It was a challenge. This next one is the one that I was working on just today, actually. And this is one you've been seeing all year. I've been working on this all year if you've been following me. Um, this is Retrievers. It's by the Sporting Masters, kitted by Janlin. My goal for this year was 5,000 stitches. And I am at 4,950. So I'm going to meet my goal later today. But I decided to stop and film my video first. I just need 50 more stitches. And I will meet my goal. So there's my doggy. He's beautiful. And I mean, this one is on the list for next year with the same goal. Is going to be 5,000 stitches, which will finish the black dog, and then we'll start on one of the other dogs. I'm not sure which one. But this one lives in this dog bag by Garan Cotton Bags. This is another bag by Garan Cotton, and it's kind of full, you can see. Alma at Alma's Little Wonders chose this bag for this project. And this is my favorite Teresa Winslow dragon, The Storyteller by Teresa Winslow. This is, here it is. I worked on this during the 2012 Olympics. This was the last time I pulled this out. Because I decided I wanted to learn to park, and this was the piece that I wanted to, this is the piece that I decided to use. And so I went, and I've told this story in previous, Floss Tube Itchy Nose is the real thing, in previous WIP parades. I went to Joann, and I got, it's a hand quilting frame, it's not really a proper Q-snap. But so I sat and I wanted to learn to park, and so I did. And so that's where I am. And parking is fantastic because the confetti in this is painful. And without parking, I would never finish this. Like, it just would never happen. But just going square by square, and I only have to worry about the square. I don't have to worry about this stitch over there or that stitch over there. Just what's in the square is all I have to worry about. It's fantastic. And um, this will probably get some attention next year. I don't know how much, but it'll get the 500 stitches, and it'll probably get some attention above that. We shall see. This next project is yet another Teresa Winsler. This is Stroke of Midnight. This is my favorite Teresa Winsler. And Cinderella, right? What other bag am I going to put this in? This is Vagaron Cotton Bags. But hello, Cinderella. And this is going to get some attention this month, actually. This is on my categories for this month as my WIP that's been the longest since I worked on it. I started this in 2001 or 2, something like that. And that's what I've gotten on it, is the little planter in the bottom corner. And um, so it's going to get some attention this month. And um, and the 500 stitches next year. It's probably not going to get any more attention than that. This project, this was the first Mirabilia that I ever started. This is the Kiss by Mirabilia. It's in this Snoopy heart bag by Vic at Stitch and Button. Because of course. And this is on the called for apple blossom linen. And I worked on this in 2000. I think the last time I worked on it was in 2000 or 2001. It's been a long time. For the category, the longest since you worked on it, I automatically went to Stroke of Midnight, but it might actually be this one. But that's where I am on it. So this is probably only going to get to 500 stitches next year. I have a different mirror that I'm going to focus on next year. And this is not it. Oh, I was just thinking I should have seen that mirror already, but that's one of the ones that fell on the floor over there. Okay, this one is also one of those ones. Yeah, that's one of the ones that fell on the floor, I think. We'll show that one later. This is um, another Teresa Winslow. You see a theme here? So this is Trade Winds by Teresa Winslow. And I've been poking at this a little bit here and there. I started this in 2001 or 2 or 3 with a friend. Um, and then I pulled it out in 2018 and I poked at the mermaid. And then I think in 2019 or 2020, Semi Sane did an event with the alphabet, and I started working on the alphabet for that, but I dropped it. So this is where I am. And this one is also probably going to get a little bit of attention next year. Um, between this one and the Storyteller, I'm probably going to work on both of them a little bit, and then I'm not sure what's going to have to happen after that. I might decide to focus on one and put the other one away, or maybe I'll just keep them both. I don't know. And this one lives in this beautiful mermaid bag that is exactly perfect for this project that I got from Garon's Totten Bags, Garon Stitchery. This is another one that you've been seeing the whole year if you've been following me this year and last year. Um, this is Under the Evergreen. by Teresa Winsler. And this has been my focus for this year, my Teresa Winsler focus, and just a general focus of my stitching this year. I've done more than 4,000 stitches in her this year, and um, this is my top stitching priority next year. My top stitching goal next year is to finish this. So there she is. She's half done, and I have a little bit of work on the other side. So uh, this is my top stitching goal next year is to finish this. And there's still a lot left to do. Because I gotta finish all that stitching. I gotta back stitch that. I've started back stitching this, and I'm gonna take this to work 1 or 2 weeks a month when I'm in the office and work on the back stitch and kind of try to chip away at it, knock some of it out. And this lives in this bag by Garan. And a lot of these older pieces, see, I've already failed at giving the fabric information, but a lot of these are just on standard white, off-white, cream. This was the early 2000s when overdyed, hand-dyed fabric was just becoming a thing, and a lot of these are just on standard fabrics or standard kit fabrics. What is this? Oh, this is a struggle vest. I could have used this for my struggle vest this year, but I didn't because of 22 and 22, and it wasn't on I didn't want to put it on my list, so I didn't. This I started in 2015. I think Under the Evergreen I started like in 2003. This is His Eyes on the Sparrow by the Heartstring Samplery. And I started this on Christmas Day in 2015. And it lives in this bag from the Container Store. And this is stitched on doubloon from Picture This Plus. And doubloon, well, not doubloon, but Picture This Plus is the reason why this is a struggle vest. Well, partly Picture This Plus and partly Laurel's poor decision making. So this is where I am on it. I've just got those few little motifs done right there. And I'm holding it upside down. That's where that's where I am. And this is a struggle vest because, and I've told this story several times before too. When I started it, I didn't have the money to buy the big yard that you need to do it over to. So I bought the fat quarter. I decided to do it over one so I could do it on a fat quarter. And Picture This Plus fabric is not my favorite. So the fabric is a struggle. So that's why there's so little done on it. This might, as you can see, I don't have a lot done. So I'm not too far into it. I'm not so far into it that I can't start over. I might very well start. This might very well become a restart. This is another problem that I have chosen not to tackle yet, but this will probably get tackled sooner than the bagatelle problem. I might tackle this problem next year and either going ahead with this one or restarting it. I haven't decided yet. This was my very first Cade start. And this is Freebie Story Keep Flower Bride, which is now retired and no longer available. You can still get the full piece, but you can't get the Story Keep anymore. And the artwork is by Linda So, charted by Hade. And um, this is on 28 count. The scrap is 28 count, white something. And that's about 1,200 stitches. I started it in 2014, and I pulled it out sometime in 2018 or 2019. In 2014, I did like 200 stitches, and then I pulled it out in 2018 or 2019 and did 1,000 stitches. And I got frustrated with this Kreinik over here, and that's why I put it down. Because one over one Kreinik full cross on 28 count is not fun. Somebody told me just do half stitches, you won't be able to tell. So when I pick it back up, I might do that. This one might come out next year. I don't know if this is going to come out next year. It'll get its 500, but other than that, I don't know what's going to happen with it next year. This was a 2020 start. This lives in this bag by Garan. Oh, Flower Bride also lives in one of these mesh bags from the Container Store. So this was a 2020 start. On Virtual Stitches, we did, it was basically Start All the Things. What we actually called it was Leap into a New Start, where we did a start on the 29th of every month because it was leap year. And this was one of my starts. This is Three Things Sampler by Moira Blackburn. And this one has been sorely neglected this year. I've done a total of 650 stitches on this year. My goal was 2 pages, but clearly that didn't happen. And I call this the tablecloth. So that's where I am on it. I finished the first page, and I started working on the second page, and I haven't done very much on it this year. So this will probably come out next year. It'll get its 500 stitches, and I think I'm going to lower the goal from 2 pages to 1 page. And this will have to be fixed later because, okay. This is another Mirabilia. This is Silver Moon Tea. Excuse me. This is Silver Moon Tea. It lives in this dessert bag by Garan. And so the called for fabric and the beads and the specialty threads, the Kreiniks, I think, were gifted to me by Lisa Stitching and such. But the called for fabric is Wichelt, and not a fan. It's like cardboard. So I put it on this other random piece of fabric that I had. It's full coverage, so the fabric choice wasn't as big of a deal as it might have been otherwise. So it's just on this neutral fabric. Um, so that's where I am on it. I was working on this in 2021 last spring, and I put it down, um, and I haven't picked it back up. I got kind of bored of it, and I haven't picked it back up. Lisa has since finished hers, um, and Vic Gable is stitching it, and Sarah at our Stitching Kingdom, I think, might be stitching it. And this one will probably get its 500 stitches next year, but probably not much else. This project makes me feel tired. Um, I don't know about this project, you guys, honestly. I started it, but I don't know if I'm going to continue it. This is my only big Haid that I started. This is Dark Water by Jessica Lane. And it's beautiful. It lives in this manatee bag by Garan. And it's beautiful, but I don't love full coverage like that. And so this big full coverage project is not really that appealing to me. That's all I've done. It's 500 stitches. That's all I've done. And um, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to keep this project or not. I know there's people out there. Lisa, what is one of them, who just love full coverage. And if you watch Carla at Craft Addict K, or when she makes videos, Beth Ann at Stitching by Twilight, they just love full coverage, and I don't. Um, this one is one of the ones that fell on the floor. Um, this is one that I started this year in March with Sammy J Stitches and Sarah at our Stitching Kingdom. This is French Kitchen by Hands On Design and Summerhouse Stitchworks. I started this one, and Sammy started the Rosemary and Pear one, and I think Sarah started the Apple and Sage one. And my goal for this year as a new start was 1,000 stitches. This is on, I think this is on Chocolate Milk by Stephanie. I think that's what this is. Um, and that's where I am on it. I did 1,000 stitches on it. And I don't know what's going to happen to this one next year. I don't know. I might make some progress on it. I might try to finish it. It might only get us 500 stitches. I don't know. And this lives in this lemon bag by Garan. This is also a new start this year. This is a project you've seen this year. You've seen me complain about it this year. This is Illuminated Manuscript by Barbara Ann Victor. It's from a 1991 issue of Cross Stitch and Country Crafts magazine. And it lives in this autumn bag by Garan. And I also did 1,000 stitches in this. This is on Ethel by Fortnite Fabric. So that's where I got to on this. This piece is also a struggle just because of the metallic and the quarter stitches, and so that's where I am on that one. This one will probably come out next year. I'll probably keep working at this one next year. Because it's a struggle to work on sometimes, but it's also fun to see it come together. So that'll probably stay in the rotation. This one, this is one of my newest starts. And this is the one that I started with EJ in October. Well, I started this one and she started a different one. This was our chatelaine start. And this is Japanese octagon box. Did I say that the Illuminated Manuscript is on Ethel by Fortnite Fabric? I don't remember if I said that or not. So this is on the called for fabric that came with the kit from European Cross Stitch. And I have done 650 stitches on it. So that's where it is. I need to do 400 on it this month because Sammy said so. This is also a new start. This was over Thanksgiving weekend. We started this for Vic's birthday. This is Greta Goldbloom by Bella Filipina. And a bunch of us all started Bella Filipinas for Vic's birthday. And this is in this bag, this Halloween bag by Goran. And this is another one that needs some stitches this month because it has not gotten to 1,000 stitches yet. I've only done 300 stitches on this. And this is on Silent Night from Die Stitch Love. And that's where I've gotten to on it. It's 300 stitches. Okay. This, I'm getting to the point where I'm going to have to go down there and get those other projects off the floor. This is another piece. Greta is going to be on the list next year. I'm going to work on her next year. This is a piece that might get UFO'd. This is a Disney kit of Eeyore. And I started it as a joke for a friend. I don't think she was amused. I don't think she cares. I don't know if I care. So that's where I got to on it. And I don't know if I'm going to keep going with it. It's here for now, but I don't know. Okay. These are my two most recent starts, and then I'll go get that stuff off the floor. I told this story, I think, in my November video. I'm stitching this for my dad's cousin. This is Hanukkah Presley Penguin by KLT Charting on Etsy. And I doubt that I'm going to finish this year. This is where he is. This is Car Wash by Fortnite Fabric. And there's my adorable little penguin. He's still got another good 2,000 stitches left, and I don't think I'm going to finish it this year. I could if that's all I did, but I have too many other stitches that I need to put in too many other projects to give it that kind of attention. So probably not. This was also, so this is the project I started on Thanksgiving Day instead of starting the Bella Filipina. And I told that story in my November video. I was dithering about fabric, and I ended up not starting the Bella until Saturday of Thanksgiving weekend. But this is Warm and Wise by Mill Hill. And this is where I am on him. I've done all of the stitching, and I just need to do the back stitch and the beading. And I'm going to do that sometime, maybe sometime this week or sometime next week. It'll be done by the end of the month. Stay tuned for that in my December WIP update. All right, let me go over here and pick up these projects real quick. Oh, here's one more. This is going to be a finish this year. Where is it? Here it is. This is going to be a finish on December 31st for obvious reasons. This is Temperature Tree by Stitch and Mommy. And this is a project that I took to work last week. And I got all caught up. I'm all caught up to December 7th. And or 6th, December 6th or December 7th. And so I'll pull this out after Christmas and catch the rest of it up and be ready to finish it on the 31st. And this is Elsa by Valkyrie Stitchworks, who is not currently dyeing fabric. Girl has a lot of stuff. Her plate is very, very full. So this is an old EGA project. This is called Stitcher's Kit by Margaret Bendig. And this was a event that they used to have, they probably still have it, I'm not in it anymore, but for Super Bowl weekend, the weekend before Super Bowl, they do a day-long event where they have a teacher come and teach a project. And this was one of those. Margaret was a frequent teacher for our chapter, and this has 200 stitches in it, and that's it. I worked on it the day of the event, and then when I was getting ready for No New Starts last year, I did a little bit of stitching on it to bring it to 200 stitches, and that's all I have. And this might get some attention next year. It's on the possibility list to get finished. So a bunch of friends and I, if you watch Sammy, she talks about this. Sarah at our Stitching Kingdom talks about it. A bunch of friends and I have taken a project and split it into 12 parts, and you do, the unfinished part, and you do a part each month to finish it by the end of the year. This year, mine has been Temperature Tree. I'm thinking maybe using this one next year, not as the official one, but maybe as a second one, because there's There's 11 of these flowers, so that divides pretty neatly into, you know, one a month. Um, but I don't think that that's quite the spirit of the challenge that we're doing together. So I would just do this one separately and just do one a month, um, and then pick something different for the challenge. And I'll show you what that's something different. I'm thinking about making that. This next one is my last aid, and it's also a struggle bus. Um, this is Story Keep the Littlest Fairy by Hade, artwork by Selena Fennick. This girl is a struggle. It was fine. It was fine until sometime last year or sometime in 2020. I had to do some frogging and it became a problem. I think because I think I kind of damaged the fabric. And so I've poked at it a little bit this year, trying to, and I had a dial out issue with the thread. Um, so I poked at it a little bit this year, trying to get back working on it, but I haven't done a lot. That's where she is. See, this one has the opposite problem of like his eyes on the sparrow. This one, I am too far into it, especially for being a Hade, to not finish it, and I'm too far into it to start over. So I'm gonna have to fix this one and figure it out and finish it. Because yeah, you know, I'm too far into it to UFO it, and I'm too far into it to start over. So I'm gonna have to figure it out. And I didn't bring the bag she lives in. She lives in an L bag that has snowflakes on it. This is um this is a Nora Corbett. This was um I think we started this for Vic's birthday last year. In 2020, not last year, because we didn't start anything last year. We started this for Vic's birthday in 2020. This is Poppy by Nora Corbett. And this is another one that might be a restart. In fact, I think I've pretty much decided I'm going to start over. And um, it's only got 200 stitches in it. It's not a lot. But I don't like the fabric choice. Um, so I think I'm going to find a different fabric. Um, but she'll probably be a restart. Maybe next year. I might do it next year. I don't know. And I don't even know what fabric this is, honestly. Um, it's got a cut. It's got a cut edge here, like it was part of a different piece of fabric that I used for something, or maybe I bought it as a remnant. I don't know. I don't know where I got the fabric from. This this piece was missing from my last WIP Parade because I couldn't find it. Um, this is the piece that I'm. This is the other piece that I'm considering using for my piece that I divide into 12 to finish. This is my 5 Dimensions Gold Collection Petites. This was a gift. We used to have a local group of stitchers here, and they gifted this to me for my birthday one year. And I think this goes this way. This is on 36 count, something hand dyed. I don't know. Probably, yeah, I don't know. Probably from the blended needle. This is old. This was from 2003 or 2001 or no, it was like 2002 or 3. Um, but So that's where I got. And this is when I might use for that divide into 12. My problem with coming up with a piece to use for that is um, finding something that divides into realistic. When you divide it into 12, the parts are realistic for me to finish in a month. And finding something that I don't feel like, no, I want to finish that before then. So, I don't want to have to wait till the end of the year to finish it. So that's the problem that I'm having with that challenge. So this one, I think this one might be the one that I use. Plus, I'm trying to use, the reason that I might use this one instead of, say, French Kitchen is it's an older project, and I'm trying to use one of my older projects and finish them up, knock them off my list. And this lives in a Knitting Notions bag that I bought from a fiber arts festival that I went to a few years ago. Um, the fiber arts festival for me, as somebody who doesn't knit or crochet, well, I sometimes crochet a little bit. Um, I don't knit, I don't weave, I don't spin. You know, it's great. It's a lot of fun to look at everything, but it's not very tempting because I don't do any of those crafts. But I did buy this Knitting Notions bag from there, and that's where mine lives. Okay, this is the last one, you guys. This is going to be my memorabilia focus for next year.